About 4 in 10 Americans do not know how their credit score is determined. That explains why the average American only has a FICO score of 711, which is good, but it is not considered great, and it is not considered great credit. In order to have great credit, you must have a FICO score of 740 or more. And that can result in you having better deals when it comes to phones, when it comes to buying a car, and things of that nature. So, how do you build your credit to begin with? Well, it starts with monitoring your credit, and you can monitor your credit with apps such as creditkarma.com, such as MyFICO. They offer you those services for free. And there's a myth that goes around saying if you check your credit often, your credit score can go down. That is completely false. You're able to check your credit for free and as much times and as much as you want, and it will not affect your credit whatsoever. Also, you need to know the factors that go into determining your credit. So, starting with payment history. Payment history determines 35% of your overall score. So, are you making your payments on time? Do you have any late payments? That makes up for 35%. Utilization makes up for 30%. So, how much of your credit are you using? Are you maxing it out? Are you not using it at all? That makes up for 30%. The next one is length of credit. Length of credit, how long you have your credit line open, determines 15% of your overall score, followed by inquiries and new credit, which is 10%. And lastly, we have diversification. So how much credit lines do you have open? That makes up for 10%. Okay. You should only buy things you can afford. So don't go buying a TV, a refrigerator that you can't pay in full. That'll only result in you paying high interest rates, you having a high utilization rate, which is 30% of your overall score, and it ultimately results in your credit going down. So here I have a demonstration on how to build your credit score. First, you want to open up a credit card, and a good beginner credit card is Discover. That's the one I personally started with, and they've been doing me well. So that is the step number 1, open up a credit card. Step 2, use it. How are you going to raise your score if you do not use your credit card? So step 2 is use your credit card, buy gas, buy food, whatever the case might be. Just again, do not go buying things you cannot afford, which is in a future step. Step number 3, very important, pay dues on time. So if you do not pay your dues on time, again, it makes up for 35% of your overall score, your payment history, and your utilization will be high. So that together is 65% of your overall credit score. Next, we have open up another credit card. Diversification makes up for 10% of your overall score. So open up another credit card or have a car loan. The two things can help you, but it makes up for only 10%. Step number 5, do not buy something you cannot afford. Again, don't go buying a TV you can't pay in full. You don't want to be making payments on things. Like I said, you can pay high interest rates, your utilization will be high, and ultimately your score goes down. Step number 6, this is the fun part. This is what we all want. If you have done all these steps correctly, if you open up a card, if you pay it on time, if you don't go buying things you cannot afford, your credit score goes up, 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 up. And what can that result in? That can result in you buying your dream house in the future, maybe your dream car, because your credit score will surely be above 740, which is considered very great. But it all takes time, and that is why you need to start early. The earlier you start, the better it is for you. So the choice is yours, whether you want to start today, whether you want to start tomorrow. But how long you've had your credit line open determines 10%. So you'll be missing out on those 10% if you don't start now.